Hello, and welcome to a Sunday edition of Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to do the Sunday, December 10th, 2023 crosswords and go for that 1,381-day streak. So here's your spoiler alert for the Sunday mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Mini is always free to play. All right, let's do it. Error, another goose, go bad, smoke, and 10. 10 is the highest point value. I thought it said highest point value Scrabble tile. So Z and X and Q. Anyway, classics on a brunch menu, certainly. Eggs are classics. You book a room at a hotel. Beep boop, beep boop. Sake. And Eden. Nice. Anyway, now for the main event, that's the Sunday Daily Grid, which is by Zachary, David, Levy, and Jeff Chen today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. This one's called Political Pun-ditry. So we got some political puns happening, I guess. Sunday's the large day, 21 by 21. It's the only day at the New York Times with the title. So, yeah, oftentimes takes the longest without being the hardest. Anyway, let's see what Zachary, David Levy, and Jeff Chen have in store for us. Let's get into it. Whiskered bottom dweller. Polite term of address. Could be ma'am and manatee. Where Carol Burnett studied theater arts for short. BOGO or YOLO, those are acronyms. Whiskey ingredient is malt. The fashion magazine editor focused on fasteners in her something. This is row to Plato. This is OSHA, so it's not malt, it's mash. C9 down, let's C9 down. 19 down for a cleanup hitter. It's RBI and stat there. The club's bouncer earned a living. ... 10 spot. Low island, could be a K or a key. Workout focus informally as cardio. Hole punchers in all. Kirsten of Jumanji. Somewhere cooler. Ice pop, maybe? Treatment spike could be a spa. Oksana Bayul, Olympic figure skating gold medalist back in the day. This is Sawbuck. Kirsten Dunst, I suppose. The fashion magazine's editor focused on fasteners in her blank, right? Bump on a log, say? Insurance giant acquired by CVS. I think it might be Aetna. Highway that runs from Key West to Maine is US 1. Subjects of some cautionary tales. Flat Earth question mark. Mesas, maybe? Like Jabba the Hutt. Obese. Tube traveler question mark. An ovum. Musical feature in Swan Lake and Peter and the Wolf. Oboe solo? Went trekking, say. These are no-nos, maybe. One way to wish on a star. The event that might have a mutton busting. A roast. Rent. Doctor Who wrote, I like nonsense, it wakes up the brain cells. Venture... something. This is some kind of issues. Hot button issues, I see. Up to is till. Something with a preview in a social media post. Coyotes, this is Arizona. Beverage brand with antioxidants. It's Bow, right? Veterinarian specialized in mending something. Lead into service or sacrifice. Leader of a flock is a pastor. AOL is an ISP. Most WAN is palest. Ventured. I guess it's not a roast. This is Dr. Seuss. It's rodeo. Okay. Ventured out, maybe. Our day will come. And this is just Tor. The sound engineer was obsessed with the blank. Online command denoted by an arrow inside a cloud. Maybe it's upload. I'm at your disposal. Use me. Game divided into periods called chuckers. It's polo, I suppose. Hockey fake is a deek. Customer service assistant at times is a bot. Seaside retreat. Ebb. Lead into service or sacrifice. Still don't know it. Cry frustration. Bah. Something. The house. Brooding bunch are hens. Strongly suspecting is on to. This is Kent, the Kent family. Unagi is a river eel, freshwater eel. Kickback is to rest. Food critics asset is a palate. Soft powder is talc. Encouraging chat ole. Kind of milk, oat milk. Okay. Fifth, brightest star in the night sky. Maybe it's Vega. This is some kind of movement, so I think it is Vega. Race in the time machine are Eloy. Chinese dynasty, I suppose this must be Ming. The wary general sat in his something campaign something. Obliques are abs. Reason to remove metal accessories is an MRI. Butterbit is a pat. The carpenter measured twice for the ideal something. Dicey. Bone the Elder Scrolls video games, and Neophyte is a noob. Place of birth, education, work history. Small cut is a slit. Melted mess. Maybe it's goo? Like some rehab. Okay, let's go all the way back up here. Things with keys. Not sure. Just happened to mention some famous people. It's drop. No. Name drop. Isn't it? Drop names. Ang Lee. An I for an I say question mark. Something party lines. This is typo. This is consume. Mad Cat. Along party lines. These are maps. Mudcat, UCLA, that's better. Bump on a log, say. It's a nub. Physique is your bod. Hubbub. Wrath is ire. Click stick is a beak pen. Name hidden I smell a rat. This is Lara. Clamor. Coat for a cookout is a rub. Obnoxious sport is a brat. Plot device for many a soap opera. Eccentric. Relative of camembert. No, it's brie, isn't it? So boar. Lame duck. Poles. No? Lame duck something. Self-sacrifice. Okay. Little old me. Moi. Coma and kook. So brie is wrong? What's wrong? Japanese maker of watches is Casio. Goddess depicted on King Tut's coffin is Isis. Goes for his ops for. Speakers of the house. Lame duck bills. It's buy. That's what this is. Virgil Earp at the OK Corral. Grassroots movement. Velodrome vehicles. Singer Mars, Bruno Mars, Brita filters. Racing bikes. What a haggler hopes to pay less. Secret clique. Cabal. Stave off is avert. Southwestern syrup source is agave. Swelters is bakes. In and between. Amongst. Inner self is your anima. Salts. Blank rock. Genre for T-Rex. Is it glam rock? Extreme liturgy. What is that? Sloth. So-called all-father of myth. Golf champ Rory McIlroy. Orange sources Groves. Campaign chair. French term of endearment, mon ami. I've had it. The carpenter measured twice for the ideal cabinet position. I see dicey is iffy. Foe in the Elder Scrolls, I guess it's orc. The paid escort was fined for something. Salt mariners. Salted blank is a rim. E-Trade was acquired by Morgan Stanley. Having needles as a cactus. Spiky or spiny? Exchanged words question mark. Spined maybe. Muscat native is an Omani. This is edited. Tired. Undershirt maybe it's a T. Winter hours in Chi-Town. Central Standard Time. Densely packed and old. An act of Congress. So it's not slit, it's a snip. Melted mess, it is goo in the end. Biodata. Pronto is ASAP. Analogy words blank is to something. Things indicated by yellow signage. Hazards. Green region on a wristboard, I guess must be Asia. One might store sheet music in a piano seat. Post-op rehab. Uzo Aduba, I believe. Grand finale. Niche. This is I do. Soap boar. Taupe boar? This is Odin. Niche is a cranny. This is GNC. Grand Cru. Alright, sub 9 Sunday. Quite fast for me. And what we've got political phrases interpreted in other ways. So along party lines is where a club bouncer earned his living. Okay. Hot button issues. Issues of a fashion magazine focused on buttons. Lame duck bills. This is kind of cute. The bills of lame ducks. Speakers of the house. Yeah, you know, these are all pretty groan-worthy. This one I've heard it's kind of joked before. Congress as in the, you know, that kind of Congress. Yeah, so basically a bunch of groan-worthy puns. Which is fine. They're political, which is not really my cup of tea. I know I live in Washington, D.C., but, you know, politics is just so divisive. Anyway, none of these things are actually divisive. They're just groan-worthy. So, if you're into it, I guess that's fine. If you're not a bad way to spend 9 minutes. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. But we've got Mudcat. You know, manatee doesn't even come close to fitting, nor is a manatee actually a bottom dweller. Because a mudcat is kind of like a catfish of some kind. Carolina Mudcats. That's a minor league baseball team in North Carolina. Or a flathead catfish. Alright. Actually allergic to catfish, unfortunately. We've got, yeah, let's look through this thing, see what we can learn. This is a slight misdirect, right? You might want to put it in Brit, for example. Or Londoner. Doesn't quite fit, but the ova descend down the fallopian tubes. Sawbuck for a $10 bill. That's really a thing I learned from crossword puzzles. I'm sure that slang is more common in other circles. Not in Central Jersey in the 1990s and 2000s, however. At least not the part of Central Jersey I grew up in. Maps have keys. That's kind of hard. Let's see what we can learn here. Oh, that's a nice clue. Mutton busting. I really thought this was a roast. So something you do something with lambs? You have little kids riding lambs? Sheep. Never been to a rodeo. Not sure where I'd go to a rodeo in the DC area. Don't know this hit, I should listen to it. Our Day Will Come. Who's it by? It's by Ruby and the Romantics in 1963. Alright, I'll listen to this after this video. I always do try to learn something if I can. Luc Besson. I've seen parts of The Fifth Element. Soap bore. I was gonna say torpor is this is an uncommon word. In fact, Google thinks that I want to search in Spanish. You know, I've heard of soporific. So it's gettable, but that's not a common word at all, given that Google thinks that I'm searching in Spanish. Let's see, Uzo Aduba is in the crossword a lot these days. Nice Z. Biodata reminds me of a Indian matchmaking series on Netflix. It's a nice clue, an eye for an eye. Three Musketeers throwback. I guess Kirsten Dunst must be the little girl in Jumanji. There's a Robin Williams, there's an older lady, and there's a boy and a girl, right? I watched it as a kid. Scary movie as a kid. Is Kirsten Dunst? Is Judy Shepard? No. Sarah Whittle. So, wait. I see. Okay. Judy Shepard is like one of the kids that moves in. And oh wait, no, that's right. The girl. Robin Williams' character has a friend who then grows up. I mean, Robin Williams is in a sort of a flashback as a young kid, and then as an adult is Robin Williams. Okay, so this is the. I didn't realize that was Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten, I think. There you go. Just showing how little I know. I did know Oksana Bayul. Which Olympics was that? 94? 80? 90? 94. I was right. Yeah, so during my lifetime, Oksana Bayul was quite famous. But of course, you know, people who are famous, their legacies generally last for a little while. Oboe solo is kind of random. It's got a nice lilt to it, though. Oboe solo. On a star. All right. It's a 7-letter partial. Just kind of a no-no, but these kinds of clues don't do much for me. They're like sort of cryptic-ish, right? But they're easy, but there's lots of famous Laras. I feel like it's better to clue. Maybe there's too many names or something? I don't know. We have both Isis and Odin amongst, you know, deities in this puzzle. Getting Vega off nothing was pretty good. Technically, I was off the B, but yeah, salt is just another name for a sailor. You definitely don't want to wear metal in an MRI. That's definitely true. Got some wine. Got a decent amount of French in this thing too. At least Mon Ami and Grand Cru. How many of you had spiky or spiny before spined? Yeah, I think it's a serviceable Sunday. It's quick. But it comes down to groan-worthy political puns, which is unfortunately just not my thing. Sub 9 though. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's my best solve time in the last 60 days. This is false, but so what's my actual best solve time ever? I haven't clicked the New York Times stats page in a while. Actual best time ever is 6:33. That must be on video. So not close to my best, but pretty fast nonetheless. And people seem to be solving it pretty fast. So pretty fast Sunday. I don't think the new, based on the timing, I don't think the new Telegraph puzzles are out yet. Because it's not tomorrow in the United Kingdom yet. Yeah, that's alright though. Let's do the connections puzzle. Try to form 4 groups of 4. You know, Sunday's a long day anyway, so let's see what to be seen here. Immediately, palm oil, olive oil, corn oil, peanut oil. I don't think I see any other oils. So let's go with those. That must be fairly easy. Let's see, I see rivet and bolt and nail and screw. That looks pretty good also. I see Sunday, split, float, and shake. And then I see that leaves note, fingers, rice, and wicket. Sticky wicket, sticky rice, sticky fingers, sticky note. That all checks out. Sticky wicket's fun. Let's go sticky first. Then let's do what looks harder. Screw, nail, rivet, bolt. And then we've got these are fasteners. And then we've got these ice cream shop treats, basically. Ice cream treats. Nice, pretty easy connections today. Any other puzzles I could do while I'm here? Could do lots. Oh, you know what I haven't done? What's it called? Flashback. I think we could try to do the flashback every Sunday. Or whichever day the plus word isn't new. Yeah, so I think I did this one last week. So let's see if we can do this. The UN's new headquarters helped start the era of glass skyscrapers made possible by air conditioning in 1952. After NAFTA is signed, the US lifts an 83-year ban on Mexican avocados. It helps the fruit boom in popularity. I think NAFTA was Clinton, right? So something like the 94 range. 97, still Clinton. Vogue magazine compares Coco Chanel's unconventional little black dress to the newly ubiquitous Model T Ford. So it's got to be 19 teens to early 1920s, right? 1926, okay, mid-1920s. The US launches its first GPS satellite. It's conceived when scientists tracked Sputnik and realized that you can use satellites to locate things on Earth. Okay, so Sputnik was in the 50s, 57 or something. So this is definitely going to be between 52 and 97. 1978. Colleges start giving more A's, causing grade inflation amid campus unrest and anti-war protests. Low-scoring students also risk being drafted. So this is the 60s. I mean, grade inflation, the start of grade inflation can't possibly be tied to a specific year, can it? I mean, I guess it's when were the Vietnam War drafts? Mid-60s. Okay, mid-60s indeed. After the Treaty of Versailles, Britain divides Ireland into North and South. The split would later become a model for its partition of India. So, the question is Treaty of Versailles World War I or World War II? Treaty of Paris, I mean, partition of India is after World War II. Gosh, this is pretty embarrassing. I think this is World War I, right? Yeah, okay. After World War I. Julia Tuttle helps found the city of Miami in part because their land was spared by the Great Freeze that destroyed most of Florida's oranges. What? The city of Miami, Florida? So it's gotta be. I don't know what this event this is referencing, but I'm very confused by this. I'll have to look it up, but it's gotta be early if it's what I think it is. Okay, it is early. A doctor in Europe creates one of the first schools to train guide dogs. It helps veterans blinded by new chemical weapons such as mustard gas. So this is post-World War I, right? So it's got to be here? Or here? I guess it could be during World War I. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. A German immigrant starts the first U.S. kindergarten, inspired by Rousseau. The radical idea is playing is healthy and even educational for kids. All right, so if I look at this picture, it looks pretty old. I think we got to go here. Is that right? 1856. All right, perfect this time. But not too hard this week, I don't think. Right, Julia Tuttle, starting Miami. I never heard of this. I didn't realize that Miami was that young, actually. American businesswoman who owned the property upon which Miami, Florida was built. Mother of Miami. She's the only woman to have founded what would become a major American city. Oh. Had no idea that Miami was this young. I mean, of course, you know, it was settled by people before, but it was officially incorporated as a city in 1896 with a population of just over 300. Wow, great freeze. Never knew about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for a Momo Monday. See you then.